going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2Times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. If you're new to the fam, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell for future uploads. Let's get right into the story. Street beefs can start in all different kind of ways. From he say, she say, two individuals bumping heads and having an altercation that sometimes leads to gunplay, or people trapping, trying to make money, and feeling like it's too much competition in their area or side of town. It really shouldn't be an issue, because what we gotta understand is we do not own these blocks or so-called hoods that we claim at all. It's crazy how we will go at someone that looks just like us for a hood or tell them they can't be around that, but as soon as gentrification happens and them people come and take the whole neighborhood and send people other places with short notice, no one has nothing to say about it. It's often said money is the root of all evil, and when people feel like you are stopping their money, things can get crazy. Some individuals choose to handle their issues themselves, but money talks, and some choose to hire other people to do their dirty work for them. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we will take it to St. Petersburg, Florida, to discuss a murder for hire plot involving two brothers and another man that left two people gone. According to sources, 42-year-old Kermon Williams, who some called the general in the streets, had a drug operation running in certain areas of the city. His two homies, who were also brothers, James Higgs Jr., 40 years old, that some called Hammer, and his little brother, Jafar Higgs, 35 years old, who some called Pre. Allegedly, Kermon kept the two brothers around as muscle, just in case he had any problems in the streets. Kermon would eventually start feeling like another man was getting in the way of his operation. 39-year-old Tywan Armstrong. The two men were considered rivals in their city, but Kermon allegedly came up with a plan to put an end to his competition. When he called the two brothers to put out a hit on Tywan, he also gave them some cash, an AR-15, and some drugs for the hit. Then on September 22nd, 2018, the brothers found Tywan, pulled up on him, and opened fire. He was hit, but the gun jammed, and he was able to get away and survive. Kermon was disappointed, but kept it business as usual. But things would get hot when the younger brother, Pre, was caught in a car with two other individuals after a call of a man being shot in November 2018. The car was searched and a blick was found under the seat. DNA was done and 3 different fingerprints, including Pre's, was found on the gun, but he would still be free after the situation. Then allegedly, a few months later, on January 10th, 2019, tips came in to police of Pre's involvement in another shooting after an argument occurred about the location somewhere we're filming a music video at. The city was getting hot, but Kermon still wanted to get Tywan out the way since he survived the first attempt. This time he allegedly called the brothers, gave them a few more dollars in drugs, and told them this time we can't miss, and to make sure no one else stepped on their toes, he wanted the hit to be public in front of everybody to instill fear in the city. Then on MLK Day in 2019, Tywan and another man, 42-year-old Roger Lee Ford, were driving in a Cadillac along with one more associate. When a Lexus pulled up, an argument started before shots went off from a rifle, hitting the men in the Cadillac. Local police were called to a Shell gas station at 34th Street and 18th Avenues, where almost 100 people were outside following an MLK Day celebration. They told authorities a car came in and started yelling, then shooting. Officers checked on the victims in the Cadillac, where over 40 shell casings were found, and 3 victims were all rushed to a local hospital before names would come out. Tywan was hit 28 times, and Roger 11 times, and unfortunately, the 2 would not survive. The 3rd passenger was hit, but would make it. Tips would start coming in. It also would send names out, and the name that the police was familiar with was the younger brother, Pre. They already had his fingerprints from previous search of the car, and the community was stating it was a murder for hire plot against Tywan. And the hit was sent by the general, or Kermon. The two brothers were quickly arrested, but the general was on the run. Being that the authorities felt like he was the mastermind of the whole plan, a $7,500 reward was offered for him being captured. Eventually, Kermon was captured in Ocala. The men were charged with conspiracy to commit murder for hire, drug conspiracy, and using firearms to further drug trafficking, leading to death. The brothers were pointed at as the shooters, and in 2022, the three men were all found guilty. The charges carry a minimum mandatory of 20 years fed time all the way up to life. Sentencing for all three men has been set for September 27th, 2022. Rest in peace to Tywan and Roger. I send my deepest prayers and condolences to the families. I don't know how deep the beef was, being that sometimes street politics go on for years. But more of this story, we don't own these blocks or hoods. We are taking each other out over areas that we don't own nothing in, and a few dollars that now nobody can spend. So remember, we gotta succeed, not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Man, it's a crazy story, you feel me? Shout out to Florida, shout out to St. Petersburg. But at the end of the day, allegedly Kermon was called the general. They trying to say he had the streets, he had a few goons with him. You know how it go, the whole setup, the whole operation. They was getting money, but they trying to say Tywan was his rival. They was also getting money. So he allegedly tried to get him hit one time before by the two brothers. It ain't go right. Then, he dropped another bag, allegedly, and sent another hit. And this time, they got him, They already was found guilty. They just waiting to be sentenced. But at the end of the day, like I said, man, we don't own these blocks that we beefing over, And a lot of times, if you're going to be out there trapping, why not come together and get money? Greed, money, all the root of all evil, Some people don't want to see other people eat. At the end of the day, you out there hustling, trapping, everybody breaking law. You might as well come together and get money together and just keep the police out y'all business. But unfortunately, it don't go like that, man. You got jealousy, you got crews beefing over females, all kind of stuff, man. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about this one. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. It's your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.